he has lost his mind. There was a stray cat over here. Nice looking cat too. Had white socks on and everything. And this house over here, nobody's in it. And I guess I don't know where'd the kitty go? Where'd the kitty go? Where'd the kitty go? Oh, that's great. And that's where I walk them to sometimes when we go around to go to the front door. They all, they like to go into this whole stand of trees over here. So now you got a stray kitty, huh, Fluffy? He did not look afraid of us at all. So it won't be about 5 minutes before the thing's on the porch begging for food. We're not getting a cat, Fluffy. That's all I need. Exactly.
We're hanging overtime! We're hanging overtime! We're hanging overtime!
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Hi, Panther fans. Got the Sabres. Tonight it got cold again. It had been warm for a little while. My ears are cold. My hands are cold. It's like 29 degrees outside. I think it's a little bit warmer than that, but it feels freezing outside. So, we got Stolarz, the goalie, is in net tonight. Bubba gets a night off. All right, Bubba, well-earned, easy, early vacation for him. What do we need to see tonight? Well, don't fall into the trap. Now, Matthew Tkachuk made his post-game comments yesterday, basically told the rest of my line mates to forget that there's even a puck and just hit everybody that you can for the first 10 minutes. I can't imagine where he got that idea from, Maurice. Maurice gave the intermission interview yesterday, where basically at the start of the second period, for all intents and purposes, he basically just said, I don't care if we score. So just don't fall into the trap today, okay? The last few teams we've played have all been, even Pittsburgh, kind of imagining that they're still in the playoff race. Buffalo is not, okay? They don't really have any illusions or delusions of making the playoffs, but sometimes those are the teams that can be a little bit more dangerous, right? Now, that said, Panthers defense obviously has been playing really good, well. And there have been games where we've played outstanding with Stolarz and net and just haven't had the offense. So after the last couple of games, we got 4, we got 5 last night. So 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to do a score prediction, but that's generally how things go, one after another, right? So we'll get 6 tonight, which would be nice because last night on the stream, when I think it was 2-0 or 3-0, MJ said he'd get everybody Big Macs if we got 6. And he was sweating it. He was sweating it out. So we'll get those 6 goals tonight. Other than that, stay healthy, play smart. I would say stay out of the box, but what the hell? Let's get a shorthanded goal and get 2. So, it's 1-0 Panthers after 1. Both goaltenders have made a couple of excellent saves, but I can't praise the goaltender. Not a whole lot to talk about for the period, so I will mention this. I started a new detox program, so I got really nauseous after I ate my dinner right before the game. So I had to medicate to take care of the nausea. So I'm not really sure how coherent the rest of this video is going to be, but we're having fun on the stream. Let's move on to the second period. All right, so it's 2-0 Panthers after 2. I cannot praise the goaltender. That is a rule around here. If you're new around here, that's why I'm not praising the goaltender, because I'm not allowed. Because if I do praise the goaltender, bad things immediately happen. So what we see that period? Well, first period, swaggy. This period, it was Tkachuk's goal. I know it kind of looked like Lundell might have deflected it a little bit in front, but it actually got right past Lundell and then I think went off Connery's glove which was why the puck looked deflected. So Chucky gets his. Barkov is playing an absolute masterclass on defense. He may not be scoring a lot of goals, but you lose count of how many times the other team has something going, and then you see this monster come from behind and take the puck, and it's got number 16 on it. Gadjevich comes down the wing with a spinorama pass that was right to Montour, who just couldn't finish. But that's the second. Gadjevich is a guy that could have a little bit upside for this team. I think he's only 25, right? I know around here we're kind of used to it when we get these guys that are fourth line grinder types. They're already like close to 30, right? But Gadjevich he could possibly have some upside. He's got skill. We've got skilled fourth line guys. There's no doubt about that. All right, finish this up. It's 2-0. Let's just keep it with the 2. Let's do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 points in a shutout for Anthony 45 save Stolarz. And let me tell you something. Bubba last night makes a butt save, and Stolarz says, "Hold my tequila," and he does a snow angel save, laying on his back. And look, I said this after the All-Star break. I know he's never going to do it, but I said, let's just go Bob Stolarz, right? Now, apparently, even before this game, Stolarz was the number 1 road goaltender in the NHL. I mean, anybody giving any thought to not playing Bob every single playoff game? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, the Bruins go with Swayman and Ullmark. That's a whole nother story. Unbelievable. And the way that it ends, Reinhart could have had goal number 40. He says, I'm not getting my 40th goal on an empty netter. He wants to celebrate that. That'll be the first time he gets 40 goals. So he passes it off to Verhaeghe, who got his second goal of the game. Now, apparently, they changed the goal to Lundell. Nobody can see where it hit Lundell, but apparently they changed the earlier goal to Lundell, so it wasn't Tkachuk. Then with 16.6 seconds left, the Sabres get called for a high stick. And I'm sitting there going, they didn't have to call that. It could have just ended a game. And we end up with a Ryan Lomberg power play goal. And then he chirps the whole Buffalo bench going to celebrate with his own guys. And then he gets into a tussle afterwards. And we actually ended up with another power play with like 10 seconds left. And we win the game 4-0. And since Paul Maurice put the lines back together from basically last year's playoffs, with the exception of Erod is Verhaeghe, since he put Cousins on the second line and Erod on the third line, I mean Erod is Duke. Like I said, I'm a little bit incoherent. Since Maurice made the change, we have outscored teams 13-2 in the 3 games. Since Maurice put Cousins back on the second line and Rodriguez on the third line. Lundell has 3 goals, and Luosterainen has at least 1, if not 2, since that move was made. I mean, every day I do the review when people bring me people's names. What do you think about this one? Maybe we're tied to Tarasenko. And I engage with the talk about it just as much as anybody else. I'm not complaining, but it's just like, just leave it. Let's just leave it. And let's also give Bill Zito some credit here, because last year we didn't need to make a move either. You think about the job that he's done, to where last year we were kind of like, yeah, we're getting Duclair back. We don't need to, you know what I mean? And this year, Cousins comes back from the concussion. He plays 1 game on the third line. Maurice puts him back up there with Bennett and Tkachuk. And we look like the playoff team from last year, only smarter and better on defense and just better and just better and better and better and better. We were talking about it again at the end of the stream. I got to come up with a complaint. Oh, by the way, before I forget, Lucas was at the game. Lucas Rats on the Ice, for those of you who remember Lucas, who used to do the videos long time ago, before, when I had hair. That's how long ago it was when he was doing the videos. I had hair. And so he has been managing to go to all the New York games for the Panthers this year. And so he was at the Sabre game tonight, sent me a couple texts, beautiful seats. And he was there at the end watching Ryan Lomberg get his power play goal. So that's pretty sweet. I'm glad he had to have a good time. So now I really got nothing to complain about. Come on, there's got to be something. It's got to be something. We only took one penalty. It's going to be bad juju if I don't bitch about something. Reinhardt didn't score for 2 games. That was the complaint from last night, was Reinhardt didn't score. He's in a slump now. He's really slowed down. I think just let him walk. Don't even worry about signing him to the contract. All right? Is that good enough? So, what do we got coming up? I will be live tomorrow at noon for the review. Saturday's game is at 5. So we just won our franchise best 10th in a row on the road. Saturdays is at Tampa, which is only kind of half of the road. And so I think we're one of only 11 teams ever in the NHL to have 10 or more straight road wins. Stolarz had the 45 save shutout. That was the 3rd most saves in a Florida Panthers shutout ever. And we just keep rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling, and there's nothing left to do but clap. It is February 15th, 2024. And I started this channel in October of 16. And 16, 17, and 18, at least those 3 years, there was just nothing to do but bitch and complain and yell and scream and curse and rant and make skits about how bad we were. And I mean, it was just awful. It was just awful. And then Lucas before me did some bad years, although he did get the one playoff year. But now it's just like I come in here every night, man, and it's just like I don't want to jinx it because anything can happen, right? And there's been a lot of good teams in the NHL that never finished it off. You know what I mean? But I know I keep saying it, but the meaning behind the sentence just keeps growing. I feel good about this team. I just feel good about this team. So it is what it is. All right. That's going to do it for tonight. That's 2 points last night and 2 points tonight. Don't forget, if you like to support this channel, you know to subscribe here. There's Flying Fluffy Football. Links in the description. There's Exclusively Male, which is my men's support channel. Link in the description. And Found Tackle Fishing and Outdoors. That link is in the description as well. I got the 4 channels running now. The goal is to make sure I put content out on 2 of the 4, 9 days out of 10. There will be the occasional days when I take a day off. And by take a day off, that means I'll just film and edit the next day. So it is what it is. All right, Panthers, get Dois. That's not a word. Dois.